Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. We're going to be doing this really pretty abstract Northern Lights painting. It uses only a few colours and it can be done in less than 30 minutes. So it's a brilliant one for beginners to try. It's a full-time tutorial, so you can paint along with me and I'll show you how to do each step as we go. I have my 8x10 inch canvas. I painted it black earlier and let it dry. The colours I've got are cobalt blue, some fluoro purple, some mint green, black and white. You can change these colours up though. You can use different blues, purples, maybe a pink, whatever you think will look good for your Northern Light sky. I'm starting with sort of a firm bristle brush. It's just quite a cheap basic one that you get in the stores. Everything's dry, I'm not using any water because I want to get that nice streaky effect on the canvas. So we'll start maybe by taking a little bit of purple. I'll put a little white in it. And then probably about maybe 2/3 of the way down the canvas, we'll make this top part the sky and the bottom part sort of the water and the ground. So we'll start from about here and we'll just sweep that paint up like that. We can pull it down. The main thing to try and do is keep them as straight as you can. Purple. I'm just sort of dabbing it into just the tip of the brush. And then we'll put some at this side. Making them slightly bigger at the sides. Bring that down there because I think we'll have some water at this side. So I'll bring that down a little so we can get those nice reflections in there. I'll just wipe my brush off a little bit and then let's try some blue. Again, I'll bring in a little white and we can maybe just ever so lightly trail a little bit of blue paint up too. Some down. And because the paint's nice and dry, we're getting that sort of slightly streaky effect as it goes up and down. I might put just a little, maybe just a little green, not too much. Maybe we'll put some green. that. And we can maybe start thinking about these colours, what we can do at the side. We can maybe put in, just mark out roughly where the grain's going to be. Give us a little bit of an idea. We'll definitely come in with some darker colours. Just while I've got this on the brush, I can think about where it's going to, where the ground is going to go and meet into the water. Put some there. Give my brush a little bit of a rinse. Dry that off a little. The next thing we'll do is just maybe put a few little stars. So it's just quite a thin sort of white paint. And we'll just do a few little flicks in the background. Maybe just a little there. And then the next thing is we'll maybe put in some trees. We'll make that sort of a bluey colour to begin with. So I've got white and blue on the brush. I haven't quite blended them all together. Just left it on the tip of the brush, and we can start coming in where we think the trees will be. And again, I've just got a round, sort of quite a firm bristled brush. Start adding a little more white. We'll get those sort of little snowy highlights on the end. Put some down there. And you can always put the tree trunks in first if you'd like to. I'm probably going to put mine in afterwards. And then add a few more finishing touches. And then we'll put some over here. A little more white. Just using the real very tip of the brush. Then I'm just going, the brush is just damp. You can come in with a black paint. This is just a medium round brush. But we'll use a small round brush as well in a minute. And we'll start putting in our trees. So I think we'll have somewhat of a tree trunk coming down here. Just roll that paint on the end to get a nice point. Maybe put some in a little further away, some smaller ones. Some over this side. There. Come in with a thinner brush in a minute and tidy that up. We'll just use this flat brush again. And we can start just adding in some shadows to the ground at the bottom. Start marking that in. green. And we can start sweeping that down. Right at the front of a nice snowy area there. Right, we'll rinse that off. And now we can just start tidying up a little bit. So I have a smaller brush. And just tidying everything up. Adding in a little more detail. In with that white again in a small round brush. We just add a little bit of a few little dots at the end of the tree and put some little highlights on there. some over this side. If there's any little areas you want to cover, now's the time to do them. Put a few little dots over the top. Bit of white for some highlights. And the only other thing that I'm going to do is we've got a couple of options. I've got some gold and I've also got yellow ochre, so you can use either. I'm probably going to just put a little bit of gold in. Brush, anything like that will do. Just a little bit. Gold sort of sparkles. But again, you could use yellow ochre, it would work really well too. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. If you did, please consider hitting that like button for me. If you have any questions or want to let me know how you got on with your painting, do let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.